Unit 2, Element 2, Adding Respondents. In this element we're going to look at adding individual respondents and adding batches of respondents. Let's look at adding individual respondents first of all. Returning to the system screen, we can add individual respondents in a few different ways. We can go to the taskbar, over the respondent icon, click and select to add a respondent. Alternatively, we can go to the navigation pane, Respondents, right-click and select to add a new respondent. Now simply complete as much information as possible to support future data use and analysis. Adding an email address will be necessary for controlled mode or remote administration. Finally, on this screen we can enter a reference. This is a free text field and can be used to enter a unique identifier. Anything which might serve as a unique identifier for this respondent. Further to our good practice standards of capturing as much data as possible, we can select the extra data icon. Click and again enter as much data as you can about your respondent. There are two additional icons in this screen, the tag and group icons. We'll return to these later, but as an initial explanation, tags and groups are tools for filtering, sorting and organizing your data once you have many respondent records within your system. Once you have entered as much data as you can about your respondent, simply click the OK or Accept icon to continue. Your respondent has now been added to the system and is ready to be the subject of future assessment activity. Let's move on to show you how we can add larger numbers or batches of respondents more efficiently. If you have a large number of respondents to add to your system, it can be more efficient to add these in batches by constructing a batch import file in a spreadsheet. However, that spreadsheet does need to have a precise structure and be saved as a CSV or comma delimited file. The structure of that CSV file is shown here. The first column being family name, followed by first name, and so on. Let's demonstrate this process here. We're going to import a list of respondents from a spreadsheet. To do that, mouse over the Respondents icon, click, and we're going to select Import Respondents from File. But let's have a look at the file that we're going to import. Here is the file that we've set up in advance using Microsoft Excel, and as you can see, we've organized according to the structure we showed you previously. We have the first column, which is family name, followed by first name, date of birth, sex, title, email, reference, and company. I can select that file in the system by clicking on Import Respondents from File. I browse to the location where that file is saved as a CSV file, select and open. The system gives me a confirmation message where I can check my respondents are ready for import and simply select Import on the button below. Again, all of your respondents are now imported into the system and ready to be the subject of future assessment activity. You can now move on to the next unit where we will look at administering tests and generating reports for some of these respondents.